Yo, what's going on? Today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to market your OnlyFans model through Reddit. So I'm just going to give you a full breakdown of how that platform works. So a list of things I'm going to go over today is account setup, pinned posts, like what to post on the model's profile, subreddits to post in, the process of warming up the account the correct way, because guys, if you rush into things with Reddit, that's an easy way to get banned. If you get sloppy or you just impatient and buy a bunch of upvotes like everyone else is fucking doing, like you're just gonna get insta banned. It's not worth it. I'd rather you just warm up the right way, and slowly but surely you're gonna get some results. I'm also gonna show you some posting methods, how to schedule the post, scaling up the right way, how to avoid getting banned, and I'm going to give you kind of an end goal of what you can expect from following these steps in this whole process. So for account setup, make sure if you're going to buy an account, make sure it's an aged account, 2 to 5 months minimum, um, preferably an account that has been used in the US or UK, because that's the kind of audience you're going to be targeting. 3 to 5 thousand post karma, and at least 300 comment karmas. It's pretty basic. If you play around with Reddit, it should be pretty easy to farm the karma or comment karma. If you're new to Reddit, just explore the platform, see what threads get the most engagement, and you could pretty much copy other posts like an artist and farm your karma that way. Um, for the username, I found that it's not as important, um, but for me personally, I keep the default username. But if you want, you can change it to something feminine. When you're using these Reddit accounts, you want to use an anti-detect browser. There's Incogniton, Dolphin Anti, or AdsPower. I personally like to use Dolphin Anti, and then you have to pair the anti-detect browser with a proxy. Make sure you choose a static residential for USA or UK. Um, Websites you could find a proxy at are Proxy Cheap, Anti-Royal, Luna Proxies, or any IP. I'll just run you through the process real quick, but it's pretty simple, guys. So I like to buy my proxies on Luna Proxy, but you could use either of the other four websites. You could always split test them, see which one gives you the most consistent results. But I personally like using Luna Proxy. So once you get to here, just click on static residential proxies. Try the $3 IP per week plan, 30 days, and then choose either USA or UK. I personally like USA. Just do one for San Jose, order now. And then after you order, you could just access your proxies. Just click on dashboard, static residential. And then here is your information once you purchase it. And then this is Dolphin Anti. You have to add the proxy first. So make sure it's HTTP. For the hosts, you use the IP address. Port is port. Username and password. I will just call this Reddit 1. Proxy San Jose. And then just click on add proxy. There you go, that's it. And then in order to open a browser, just go on browser profiles and where is it? Create profile. Say Reddit 1 San Jose. Status is new since proxy is new. For the profile type, just do reddit.com. For proxies, out of the saved proxies, it's going to be the one you just created, which is this one. Create profile and then start. And then yeah, it's pretty simple, guys. If you want more advanced stuff, you could look it up through YouTube. All the information could be there. But yeah, this is pretty much it. You're on a anti-detect browser with a static residential IP. And if you want to be extra safe and double check, I do not live in San Jose, so if you want to just double check, find my IP and see if it's active and running. So yeah, right now it says San Jose, California, United States, so you know it's good. Okay, so yeah, if you're posting on Reddit and you're recycling the content, I would recommend getting a spoofer software. So this pretty much just changes the metadata of um, either your videos or GIFs or um, pictures. And if Reddit detects that you're posting multiples of the same image, it's going to auto ban you. So if you can't get fresh content or a lot of content for your model, make sure you're using some kind of spoofer software to change the metadata of your media. For account setup, I would recommend using either a girly avatar or most Reddit. Like if you just reverse engineer and you look at the subreddits that follow your model's niche, you could just pretty much copy their profiles. But you could either use a girly avatar or you could just use an avatar with the 18 logo as a picture. But make sure you do not use, like I said earlier, do not use pictures with the same metadata if you're creating multiple Reddit accounts. Um, and for the pin posts, I would recommend adding a verification post with the video or picture of the model holding a paper of their username. And also for the bio, make sure you include an OnlyFans link or redirect them through a funnel, either through Twitter or Instagram. Let me just show you some examples of profiles that do this well. So this one, she has an 18 profile picture. All her information, breakdown, introduction is right here. And then there's the 3 links: OnlyFans, Instagram, and all things worn. I think this is probably like a platform where she sells her clothes. But look, guys, there's like pin posts of like a whole introduction of herself. Uh, Another post where she includes that she does OnlyFans, and this one's just random and weird. Here's another profile that I like. Also 18. Wait, they're all 18. 18 profile picture. Short introduction, but she has both of her links to her funnel. There's her Instagram, and then there's also a call to action, get to know me. It's a little bit different than just putting OnlyFans. It's more personal and only for $3. So like, why the fuck would you not for $3? Here's 1 pin post, 2 pin posts, call to action, Instagram, and yeah, that's pretty much it. These are the not safe for work threads. Getting herself like you guys could easily find all the threads if you just look deep enough on Reddit. But yeah, here are all the not safe for work threads that you could find. There's a whole list. You could use mysubs.cc, but I believe it's been down for a while, but it's pretty easy to find. Or like, let's say you have a model that's in the Asian niche. Just the click on a channel like Asians Gone Wild, find a model that you like, and then just reverse engineer, look at all the threads she's posted in, and then you could pretty much find your list through that way. There's also safe for work threads, like Selfie Heaven, Am I Hot, like all this shit. You could also use that same concept of reverse engineering. And you could also farm if you have a new account and you're trying to farm the safe way. You could farm through here before you join the not safe for work threads. So for day one, just uh, like most of you guys are so fucking impatient. Like I see you just buy an account. It's like suicide method. You buy an account, you post on a thread, you upvote it. You buy upvotes for like 2,400 likes or upvotes, and then you wonder why you get banned. Like, guys, please just do it the right way, and you're gonna be like better off in the long run. Um, Make sure if you do buy an account, do not post within the first 24 hours. You could comment or upvote a couple threads, but just let it sit on the IP uh, that you purchase on the anti-detect browser, and just leave it on the computer and then log off for like a day or two. After the account warm up, make sure you change the avatar to either 18 or like a girly avatar. Add all that shit that you saw earlier to the bio, and then pin those 3 posts that you want to show your audience at first. Make sure there's a call to action too. And the more personal, the better. Day two, I would start split testing on different subreddits just to narrow down the top performing ones and make sure which niche performs best for your model, because it's going to be different for every girl. Split test the different captions and the media forms or the niches, and do this throughout 5 to 10 different subreddits. And then when you're uploading, you upload strategically. I personally would just give it like 10 upvotes the first hour uh, for every single post that I post. And then after 1 or 2 hours, if it does gain traction, I'll add a couple more upvotes. But if not, I'll just leave it be just to play it safe. And you want to increase the amount of posts strategically as well, the same way you do it with your upvotes. So just don't rush into things. The best way to do this is just find someone in the niche that's doing it the correct way and just copy their frequency of posting and which channels they're posting in. And for the 3 pin posts, I showed you guys this earlier, but the first post, it could be a picture or GIF showing a preview of what she has on her OnlyFans. The second post could be a call to action post, which is like, hey, come talk to me for $3, or hey, get to know me, this and that, like give an introduction of the model. And for post number 3, you could add the introduction of the model plus an OnlyFans link. And then let's see, that's for day 2 to 7. On day 7, you can increase the amount of posts and upvotes. You could also increase the amount of accounts and that you have. Let's say you could just buy a bunch of other accounts and post in more subreddits. And make sure when you're scaling, make sure you scale up the right way. Like I said earlier, it's way worth it in the end if you just do it the right way and grow it the right way, rather than rushing into things and doing like suicide method. Uh, but yeah, once you get one account down, you can pretty much scale. Like the sky's your limit. You can scale to however amount within your capacity. It's also smart if you could delegate this to a virtual assistant. But you could buy, once you get it down right, you could buy 5 to 20 age accounts on reputable sites. There's redaccs.com, ztu.com, accsmarket.com. And for the best results, just make sure you niche down, find exactly what works for your model and what doesn't, and focus more on what does. You could also find out moderator information And if he owns a couple of other channels, you could also like talk to him, make a deal with him, see if he could allow your model to post more in all of the subreddits that he moderates, and find what works best for you. What works for one girl might not work for yours. Just experiment with all the pictures, GIFs, or different types of forms of content. But make sure if you're recycling the same content, even if it's on different subreddits, make sure you spoof the content. So scrub the metadata, or you could also ask your if you're if she's posting like pictures, just ask her to take those pictures in burst form. That way, there could be like 20 different pictures, but slightly different angles, and it's also going to have different metadata. Lastly, obviously, this is what everyone wants to focus on, but you must avoid, or like, you need to do as many things as you can to avoid getting banned, because the frequency of getting banned has increased recently with Reddit, especially with all the changes they've made to the platform. But in order to avoid getting banned, or you would need to use unique content. So when you're copying other people, make sure you're stealing like an artist, so you're adding a little twist to it. Do not use the same proxy for all of the Reddit accounts. So if you're running 20 different accounts, make sure you have 20 different anti-detect browsers with different IP addresses. Because if one account gets banned on one IP address, the likelihood of all your other accounts getting banned is pretty high as well on that same IP. And then you could comment bait or farm engagement on top posts. That's the safest way instead of spam posting. And Reddit will always reward quality and consistent content. So if you're pumping out unique content and you're doing it consistently, it's going to be a delayed gratification kind of thing where after time it's going to compound exponentially. Like the results and the followers that you get from your posts will compound exponentially. End goal obviously is to start getting to the top or hot sections of subreddits. Uh, this isn't going to be easy, but if you're consistent and you're honing in on the quality of your content, within time you will get there. Always make sure you read the channel rules and respect them. And guys, please be patient. Like it's okay to use quantity when you're split testing, especially if you're trying to find the specific niche or what kind of media works for your model. But over time, make sure you focus more on quality once you find the right subreddits for your model. All right, that's it for today. If you guys have any questions, you can message me here, or I'm going to add a couple links below. And yeah, that's it. Let's get this fucking bread.